everyone, welcome to this video and welcome to this channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys all around the Jeollabuk-do province, specifically Jeonju, which is where I live. So hi, my name is Courtney. If you have never met me before, I am an epic teacher, meaning that I teach English in South Korea. I really wanted to make this video today because if you are traveling and just looking at places to visit in Korea that's maybe a little bit off the map compared to somewhere like Seoul or Busan or more touristy areas like that, I highly recommend Jeonju. And also if you're someone like me who's moving to Korea, maybe you've never heard of this region, but you are placed here as a teacher, or maybe you found a good hagwon opportunity, but you just don't know what this region really has to offer. I wanted to provide a little bit of exposure so that you know what you're getting yourself into. I absolutely love Jeonju. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else in South Korea. So I'm really excited to show you guys around what it actually looks like here in the summertime. So I will be showing you guys two different things primarily. So the first one is the Hanok village, which I highly recommend. I think that is the claim to fame here in Jeonju. It is the first thing that I did, and I think the first thing a lot of tourists do here. The Hanok village is like a village made of traditional Korean housing. You have those in Seoul, and you also have those in different parts of Korea, but I think the best one is in Jeonju. A lot of people go to this one. They dress up in hanbok and they wear different things, and it's absolutely wonderful, especially in the fall time. That's my favorite. But I will be showing you guys around there first, because if you're traveling through, I think that is the #1 space to hit. And the second part of this, I'm going to be showing you guys just different areas in Jeonju, different places to eat, whether that be cafes or food, and just a little bit more of what Jeonju, the actual city, has to offer. So in case you are moving here, this will give you a little bit of insight. I apologize if I mispronounce some things. I do not speak Korean fluently, but I'll try my best. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's start with talking about where Jeonju actually is in South Korea. So here is a beautiful map of South Korea, and there is Jeonju. It is in the Jeollabuk-do province, as you can see. So Seoul is up there in the north of South Korea, and then southeast is where Busan is. So you can kind of get an idea of where it is in between two major cities. So next we're going to talk about how to actually get to Jeonju. So we have several different options here. So talking about going to Seoul, if we go by bus, it's about 2 hours and 40 minutes. If you're going to go to the Incheon airport, it's about 3.5 hours, I believe, or 3 hours. And then if we decide to go by train, this is 1 hour and 45, but I do want to mention that's KTX, which is the fastest train, which is great, but it costs the most. Then if we are going to be talking about Busan on the other side, it's going to take 3 hours by bus, but you do not have to transfer, which is really nice. But if we go on down and talk about the train option, 3 hours, but there is a transfer in the middle. So it depends on how you get the situation right, time-wise, to make that worth your time. When I went to Busan, I ended up going by bus because it was just easiest. And of course, all these things are going to cost a different amount, and you definitely want to book these things online. So next, let's talk all about weather in Jeonju. So in the summertime, Jeonju is really hot. So we're talking about 80s and high 90s Fahrenheit. And then in the fall, it is absolutely beautiful. It definitely cools down earlier, but the trees are gorgeous. The leaves change. So if you're not used to true seasons and them changing, you're going to be excited about Korea. Wintertime, it does snow. Actually, my last year, it only snowed maybe 5 times, but I heard that in the past, it is a lot more common for there to be snow. So it does get pretty cold in the winter, and in the springtime, there are cherry blossoms. They only last around 2 weeks, but it is gorgeous. Let's go ahead and hop into the Hanok village now. All right, so starting out, we're walking into the Hanok village now. So I'm just going to show you guys a few of my favorite places, some good things to eat, things along those lines. So this is actually a map of the Hanok village that you can look at. It's on the wall, and this is going to be as you enter it. There's multiple ways to enter the Hanok village, but the one I like to go through is near the cathedral. So this is a really good coffee shop that has a great view that I recently went to. So coffee shops and restaurants that I remember the name of, then I will definitely put the names so that you can check it out if you want. This is the famous cathedral that you just saw, and now I am walking down the street. So there's lots of different vendors you can buy things from, little stands, but also actual storefronts. There is a big cacao store there as well, and then also there is some more green space like this. This is an absolutely stunning part. I highly recommend paying the entrance fee to go into here. It was really neat to see, especially if you are a visitor. I don't think it's something you need to do multiple times if you live here, but once again, it was really cool to see. After that, I am going to a coffee shop with one of my friends, and there were some stunning and beautiful little butterflies out front, so I will just let you enjoy this view, but it was absolutely gorgeous in the summertime. Another really popular thing here is to rent hanbok, as you can tell over on the right side, and that's just a traditional Korean dress. Lots of foreigners do it. Also Koreans do it as well. Very popular to do. So this is a traditional Korean hanbok, which is traditional Korean dress. It is both for men and women. Of course, this is on a woman now and just a little mannequin, but I wanted to show you guys up close a little sample of what this actually looks like. They are gorgeous. I also wanted to show you guys a couple of cool Korean foods and how they are either cooked in front of you or served. So here's a little overview of them, which is really fun. And then, like I said, I will show you guys some of my favorite spots and what you can get there. As per the name of the Hanok village, a lot of the insides of these cafes and restaurants will be more Hanok themed. This is bingsu, which I highly recommend getting, and this is another version of it. It's absolutely lovely. These are some street foods that you can go ahead and try as well. There's different fruits on a stick covered in sugar, different things like that. And also there is the famous bibimbap. Of course, Jeonju is known for their bibimbap. Ooh, there was a fly in that. And there's also a different assortment of foods. Of course, these are some cafes. Again, bingsu in a cafe that was really delicious. Bingsu is like a shaved ice. And then of course there's different things like sandwiches and more Western traditional foods as well. This is a really cute shop to go into. It sells these little lotions that are specific to Jeonju in different seasons and scents. I also wanted to show you guys this Hanok village in the fall time with different festivals happening. It's just an absolutely gorgeous place to visit in the winter time, even in the spring especially, but definitely in the fall. It is my favorite time to go. And as you can tell, it just looks a little bit different, but there are some festivals sprinkled throughout, so if you can hit it on a festival day, I highly recommend that. And we're just going to continue to walk around. So that was a photo booth. You will find those all around Korea, but especially in the Hanok village. I would take the opportunity and I would take the photos. They're just so fun to have. And there's also very pretty nature scenes. I think the Hanok village is just this perfect traditional little hub that's really inviting for tourists, and I absolutely love it. Like I said, you have some waterworks here, and it's just fun to go, whether that just be solo or with a family. You can tell that there's people of all different kinds and groups walking around, so it's just a really fun spot to be in. Not much beats a beautiful sunset here, and this is just really stunning. There's a lot of orange skies in the summertime, and also in Korea you're going to find a lot of these little water crossings that you're about to see that you can step on stones in. These are in different cities, but this is a really good photo op if you want one. And then these are some surrounding places. This is called Jenny's Gelato that I highly recommend. This is outside the Hanok village, so this is more part 2. This is called Cafe on the Hill. It's stunning to look at, but also the drinks are good. This is another cafe I highly recommend in a different part of Jeonju. This is another cafe I recently went to that was really fun and large, so the atmosphere was a bit different compared to the last two I showed you. And there are more specialty coffees as well as a little bit of a bakery down there. And then also this is Pizza, a really fabulous pizza restaurant, once again in a different area of Jeonju than other things I've shown you guys. So I'm just going to continue to show you guys some more places around Jeonju outside the Hanok village that you might encounter more so in regular life. So if I have the name of a place, then I will of course put it up so you guys can see it, but if I don't, then please enjoy the scenery, and there is a lot that Jeonju has to offer. Once again, I just wanted to show Jeonju in different seasons. So this is the springtime, and these are the cherry blossoms. I could not do it justice on this video, but they are beautiful, and it does happen in Jeonju. It does snow a little bit, though it didn't snow that much this year, and I love it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Like I said, here there are so many different things to do. I could not show you all of them in this video, but I did want to provide a little bit of exposure because I had seen some weekend vlogs, which are fun, but I hadn't seen anything extensive or expansive in English about Jeonju in South Korea, and more so even our region. So I wanted to provide a little bit of exposure to this city that I've called home for a year now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have the absolute best day of your life, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!